There is a weird shift happening right now, and most people haven't noticed yet. We're going from a world where people play the game to a world where people just watch it. Not because they're lazy, but because they're just not needed anymore. A while ago, my nephew asked me to build him a website for the Minecraft server he was hosting for his friends, because I used to be a web developer. I told him to give me a couple of weeks. The next day, on Discord, he said, never mind. He asked AI to do it, and it gave him the website in 30 seconds. Then he told me,
You used to do this for a living? No wonder you're a mate now. Loser.
I felt humiliated and useless, like my whole life had been a failure. Like I spent years grinding for this legendary loot, and now you're just telling me a better version of it now comes with every new character. So to make myself feel better, I decided to show this conversation to his parents. They are Chinese, by the way. Now, if you've ever dealt with Chinese parents, you know what that means. In China, beating your kids isn't considered child abuse. It's a form of love, discipline, and character building. So, when I watched my nephew being forced to apologize to me while crying, I realized, yeah, I may get replaced by AI, but at least I made his childhood complete. And that is the purpose of life.
What is this? What is this?
In the past, you actually needed a scale to get things done. But now, all you need is the ability to describe it to AI, and it will make it done in under 10 seconds, before you can even realize you are a useless piece of shit. On the surface, this sounds good, right? More output, less work. Everyone wins. Except those losers who get replaced by it. But we don't care about them anyways. It's part of the revolution. We need to sacrifice a small portion of people for the better of humanity. Except it may not lead to a better future for everyone else as well. You see, when your 13-year-old nephew Jamie can build stuff as good as you, creations stop being valuable. In today's society, we are being rewarded for creating value. Writing a book, building an app, or kissing your boss's ass. Whatever it is, you are creating value. But if AI can 100x someone's productivity, the creation becomes 100 times cheaper. AI can already be a coder, a writer, a video maker, a researcher, and not to mention it is the biggest ass kisser in the entire world. With every new iteration, it keeps adding more and more to the list. On the physical side, all the tech giants are trying to send robots to the factories in order to replace those minimum wage workers. Now, don't get me wrong, those jobs absolutely suck. If you've ever worked one before, you would pray a machine would do it for you every single minute of the 124,800 minutes per year, just so that you can spend half of that income to rent a closet in someone's basement. But what is worse than a closet in a basement is no closet at all. So yeah, automation sounds great until you realize you are not escaping the system, you just get removed by it. And unlike a robot, you still have rent. So now we're in this weird situation where technology is making everything more efficient, but not necessarily better for you. Because efficiency doesn't care about fairness. It just asks one simple question. Can this be done cheaper? And if the answer is yes, you are optional. This isn't just about AI taking jobs. It's about AI changing who gets to matter. Because in a world where anyone can do everything, the only thing that matters is no longer what you can do, but what you own. And here is where things get uncomfortable. Think about how it used to work. You start with nothing. You learn a skill, you grind, and maybe you get lucky once or twice. Then you move up. Not everyone, but enough people to make the system feel fair. But what happens when the ladder disappears? Hard work is no longer being rewarded, because you cannot outwork infinite. You cannot outskill free. And you definitely cannot outcompete something that doesn't need sleep, doesn't complain, and doesn't need a salary. A capitalist's wet dream. So, If hard work isn't enough anymore, what do? Well, you change the game you are playing. You focus on not skills, but possession. Because in this kind of world, winners aren't the best workers, but the ones who own leverage. What does that actually mean, you ask? It means instead of asking, what skills should I learn? You start asking, what can I actually build that is still going to work for me, even if I'm not working myself? Skills get replaced. Ownership doesn't. As skills become cheaper and cheaper, ownership becomes more and more valuable. We've already been seeing this for a long time. The rich get richer, the middle class becomes the new poor, and the poor, well, nobody even cares to talk about them anymore. As this revolution progresses, it's only going to get worse, exponentially. So, in this somewhat green future, if you still want even the slightest piece of the pie and don't want to get forgotten like an NPC, here are the 5 areas you need to focus on until the AI overlord wipes out humanity once and for all. Number 1, you want to own an audience. Build a following of any kind, even if it's small. Because if AI can do everything humans can, that is the only thing that may keep you relevant. Similarly, you want to build a brand. Not because anyone cares about your personality, but because the system remembers patterns. A strong brand is the difference between being an NPC that fades into obsolescence and being memorable until they find the next interesting guy and throw you into the garbage can. Now, if you don't want to face the inevitable fate of being forgotten by people, you may try to start a new business. Because people are not trustworthy, but businesses are. AI will replace people, but AI still needs businesses to do it. That's right. Instead of being replaced by AI, you should be on the opposite side and use AI to replace people. Other than the fact that 80% of the businesses fail eventually, you just have to deal with a few minor inconveniences, like waking up 2 a.m. every night from stress, getting bored before you are turning 30, and giving up your entire personal life and relationships. You just need to work 48 hours a day on meaningless tasks, and another 48 hours on 3 part-time jobs, just so that you can pay your employees. But hey, who knows? You might become the next richest person in the world. Now, if you don't want to go through all the trouble and deal with all the stress, that's okay. We can have 4th option, which is to make business work for you. You just need to own a piece of the business that's called equity. It is the ultimate, if you cannot beat them, join them strategy. Instead of being the one who gets optimized out of the cubicle, you become the one who profits from the optimization. Think of it as a subscription to survival. While the rest of the world is panic learning how to prompt an AI to write a LinkedIn post that no one will read, you are sitting on a beach, or more likely a fortified bunker, watching the company's quarterly earnings call and cheering up every time the CEO mentions operational efficiency or headcount reduction. Because those ungrateful, money-sucking peasants are clearly stealing from you. Let's fire them all! Lastly, if you've still got a soul and don't want to fully embrace this morally bankrupt business world, you can always hodl assets. Real estate, gold, or even crypto. Anything with a finite supply and scarcity tends to go up in value when skills and labor become infinite. So yeah, this is the shift happening right now. It sounds bleak, and it is. But if you play the game smart, leverage what you can, and stay ahead of the bots, you might come out ahead of someone else. This is Dutch Bachelor. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next one. Peace.